Sports. Super Bowl 55. We'll see Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers taking on Baker Mayfield and the Cleveland Browns.
Season number 101 of the NFL might have been the most unconventional yet, but we have made it through together, and now the eyes of the sporting world fall on us here tonight, as it is the night we crown a champion. And all of us here at EA Sports so proud to bring you Super Bowl 55 from Raymond James Stadium in Tampa. And it's a matchup full of intrigue. Tonight it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Cleveland Browns taking on the NFC champions, the Green Bay Packers. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand, and CD, all eyes on the AFC champs. What a story. The Cleveland Browns, their first Super Bowl appearance ever. Remember, 0-16 3 seasons ago, 6-10 in 2019, and now 4 quarters away from a Super Bowl title.
And don't you just have to applaud and recognize this fan base that's been so great and so loyal for so long, desperate for a winner, because you have to go back to 1964 for their last NFL title, and that's pre-Super Bowl era. Remember, they beat the Baltimore Colts 27-0 in that game. This is a remarkable turnaround, and they have a chance to win their first Super Bowl.
Meanwhile, the Packers are back as they look to bring another Super Bowl title home to a place aptly named Titletown.
And they're looking for their 5th win, which would tie them with the Cowboys and 49ers for 2nd all-time. They did last win it in 2011. That was Super Bowl 45. Aaron Rodgers leading them over the Pittsburgh Steelers. But when you talk about titles, and you mentioned Titletown, they've won 13 championships overall when you count all the NFL titles prior to the Super Bowl era as well. So this is a town that's used to winning, and they expect to win this one as well.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. The Oklahoma product, Baker Mayfield, trotting out there now with the rest of this Browns offense.
It's okay if I give him a few props right here. Do you mind?
I think he's earned it. Go ahead.
Okay, how about a guy who was a 2-time walk-on, who later became a 2-time Big 12 Player of the Year, has the most touchdown passes in Big 12 history with 129, a Heisman Trophy into his credit, and took his team to the college football playoff semifinal twice while at Oklahoma.
Mayfield on first down. And he takes a shot on the release, as this will be incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. Remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
And finding the tight end Hooper. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
4 brings up 3rd and 6.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. This one complete into the hands of Higgins. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a first down.
49-yard line.
Mayfield with it once more. Open man is Higgins. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
It's a game.
And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. It's caught over the middle. Hooper. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers 30. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
30-yard line.
Mayfield on play action. This pass complete to Higgins. And he'll go down at the 28. That catch good for only a couple. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Mayfield off the play fake. Wide open receiver complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Defensively, they better figure something out. Opening drive, he already has 4 catches.
And if you have to figure out how to stop him defensively, that usually means you weaken your defense. That means that now the offense is doing the dictating, and they should have other things open up as well.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. With the first touchdown of this Super Bowl, and the Browns have taken the early lead. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Here we go with the Packer offense, guided by their decorated QB with a long list of Pro Bowls and other accolades next to his name, of course. Aaron Rodgers leading the way.
I think Aaron Rodgers is one of the poster boys for persistence and belief in self. Because coming out of high school, he had 0 scholarship offers in the D1 level. Went to a junior college, went to Cal, and just blew up there. And then, of course, as a first-round draft pick, but a lot lower than what he expected in the first round, and then had to sit behind Brett Favre for a few years in Green Bay before getting his shot. Now he's probably one of the better quarterbacks that we've seen come down the pipe.
It's a big play that time for the Packers. 42 yards.
Well, after the standard 2-week layoff, you always wonder how's your offense going to respond and come out and play here in the Super Bowl. Well, they got a great answer right there, and almost a sigh of relief on that side of the field because now they've got to feel like they can use their entire playbook and game plan for this one.
A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. This Super Bowl, of course, just a huge one for this head coach. The first time he's walked the sidelines in a game of this magnitude. And you know, I might normally ask the cliche, what's going through his mind right now? But maybe the better question, CD, what do you think are the pitfalls of being a first-time head coach in this game?
Well, you know it's something that he thought about, Brandon, and he had to. And he was thinking about it long before he got to this stage. As the season progressed and he saw that his team was good, if he was smart, he started to make plans right then and there. Reach out to other coaches who've been there before. Find out how they handled winning, losing, handling all the ticket situations, travel, practice, all those things, and then trust your gut, make your best decision, and put it all out there and give your team their best chance to win.
And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
He'll get this one underneath to Hunt. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll bring up a third down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
They go play action. Mayfield. Now Mayfield lost the football. And this is going to be Packer football. The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
First and goal at the 1-yard line.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. 3rd and goal, a big play in this Super Bowl. Here's Jones. And this time he is in. Aaron Jones taking it in. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. A drive there of just 4 plays. And the last play in the drive was a touchdown run by Aaron Jones. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
To throw again on 2nd down, Mayfield. And he completes it to Hunt. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Mayfield able to find Hunt out of the backfield. 7 yards on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. And again, it's Mayfield.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
On 3rd and 1, here's Mayfield. Green Bay up to the task there in coverage and forcing a 4th down. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
And this is caught. He hits Landry. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive? That one is caught by Hunt. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches. Going to the air again with Mayfield. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Kareem Hunt, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Browns have taken the lead. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. On the return, it's Ted Ginn Jr. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Green Bay offense ready to take over. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned they're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
The 43-yard line.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. He gets this to Davante Adams. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Davante Adams, 43 yards. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And a little time left on the clock, so on the other side, they're thinking, gosh, we'd like to get that lead right back.
Yeah, thanks for pointing that out. Here I am going ahead and tapping out the first half. There's still time. They've got to make a decision about what they want to do on the kickoff, or they want to let their return guy touch it.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Jalen Smith, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. So we've reached halftime here in Super Bowl 55. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. What a season this has been. Hard to believe it ends tonight, as we'll get back to you guys for the second half of this Super Bowl in just a moment. It's been a tremendous season of football, but it's not over yet. One half remains to decide who will stand on the podium with the Vince Lombardi Trophy. And to call the second half, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams ready after the halftime spectacle, and we are back underway in Super Bowl 55. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. The second half starts with a carry by Jones. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Jones, the ball.
Olivier Vernon brings him down. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Again, it's Jones.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he will finally be taken out of bounds. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 47 yards.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just have receivers find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch. When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Rodgers sliding out of the pocket. This will be caught at about the 6. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. That play gets him 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal. Now Jones. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
Well, a spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the 2nd score there. They'll try and pound it in with Dillon. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Packers have moved out in front. And nothing special there. They show they were going to run the football. They ran it. They got it in.
Like old-time football, right? Hey, this is exactly what we're going to do. Straight-ahead power, and they got it done.
Now Crosby for the point after. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it was A.J. Dillon who capped it off with a touchdown run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Now Donovan Peoples-Jones. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Peoples-Jones on the return.
The Browns drive about to get started. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Browns 14.
A 1st down throw for Mayfield. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Packers pick it up.
Mayfield's pass.
Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a 1st down. From the shotgun to give to Jones. 20! And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Packers add on to their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. Just a 4-play drive that time. And the last play in the drive was a touchdown run by Aaron Jones. kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard.
Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. And we're at the time in this Super Bowl where, look, they need points. And they need them badly. Trailing here in the fourth quarter as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Jarvis Landry, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top with the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
Throwing again here on 2nd down, this time complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 19 yards there on the catch and run. Well, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo up there.
And he loses the football a 2nd time. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down. From the gun, Mayfield. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Yeah.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It's an 11-yard pickup. Thought they'd run it on 3rd and 1. Not the case. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Mayfield tosses one complete to Landry. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. To the right side, and he's got Landry complete. And it's a fumble. And the Packers pick it up. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock now with Jones. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Rolling to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Trying to disrupt Julio Jones there, the intended target. A little too close, got the flag thrown.
I'm not sure anyone can cover Julio Jones one-on-one for very long without getting their share of pass interference calls. His size, his speed, his physicality makes it almost impossible to do.
Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Now a play fake. Rodgers. Dancing to his left. That is caught at the 7. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. They'll manage to break a tackle and get this forward for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. They'll try again with Jones. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big... And did he break the plane? Yes, he did. Touchdown. Aaron Jones with his third touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Packers add 6 to their lead.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. And this one through the uprights and good. A drive that time of 6 plays. And the last play in the drive was a touchdown run by Aaron Jones. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And their Super Bowl hopes are dwindling here in the fourth. That AFC crown from 2 weeks ago starting to seem like a distant memory. And this one just has not gone as they had hoped. Now Mayfield lost the football. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Throwing on 2nd and long. Mayfield. And oh, he coughed it up. And the Packers pick it up. And he'll be brought down around the 7-yard line. Complete.
You've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. A gain of 5. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. 1 back in the game. That's Jones. 2nd and goal. Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 7. And now it's 3rd down. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. To throw is Rodgers. He'll buy some time right. This is caught. And the Lombardi Trophy is going back home. The Green Bay Packers are your Super Bowl champions. And their remarkable season ends in the most remarkable of ways. They get to put next to their name, Super Bowl champion.
And they can't ever take that away, can they?
Nope.
That lasts forever. So good to see the emotion when it's all said and done. You see the hugs, you see the guys sharing, the collective happiness. Makes me want to carry you around a little bit on my shoulders to celebrate the triumph. And congratulations to them, a fantastic season.
And they end this year just how everybody wants to end the year, holding the Lombardi Trophy. What a season for them. What a ride it's been for us as well here in the booth. For Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We will see you next season right here on EA Sports.